Hello everybody and welcome to another author interview at In-House Publishing, and today we're going to be talking about a wonderful book called Eve's Odyssey. The author is Patricia Parker. Hello Patricia, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
That's good, that's good. I'd like you to tell us, what is Eve's Odyssey all about? What's this book about?
My book is about my having manic depression for 20 years, a little bit more actually, and I had to believe in myself. I had to believe that I was sane because of the events that happened to me, and I still don't believe it actually happened, but it did happen to me.
This is sounding like a pretty interesting story. What inspired you to write it?
Well, I don't believe I wrote this book at all. There was a little white bird that sat on my shoulder and whispered in my ear. Because of the overwhelming events that happened to me, I was really out of it, and I was inspired by the events that took place. My book came together beautifully. It was done in part. It wasn't written from front to back. It came through my poetry, and eventually I wrote in prose what had been bothering me.
It sounds like, well, look, I've got to know you quite well. We've done the book marketing mentorship, and you know, I know a fair bit about you, and I know that faith is a massive part of your life. Has this, writing this book, has this changed the way you perceive faith?
My faith in Christ has not changed, it has increased. But I look at the church in a different way now. I look at it in a different light. It has to look at itself through the eyes of a woman, and I believe I'm that woman. So it's through my experiences that I've written this book.
That's very interesting that you said that, and I think when people read the book, they're going to understand what you mean when you say I am that woman, and that the church needs to see things through a woman's eyes. I think that's pretty critical. Now let's go back to the writing again. You've written this in verse and poetry. Have you always written that way?
No, not really. I was hopeless at English when I was a little child, and I wrote one little verse which I won't repeat here. But it's only since I developed bipolar that I have been able to express my thoughts and emotions, and they were very real to me, and it was like hanging sheets in sunlight that I was able to write poetry.
I think that's really critical that you've identified that, and I feel that creativity comes from a lot of different places. It can come from pain or loss or illness, and it's amazing that you've recognised that having bipolar has been a catalyst for your creativity. It's helped feed and generate that. That's amazing. And look now, you've got this amazing book to go out and promote and talk about. Speaking of which, what's next for Eve's Odyssey? What's next for Patricia?
Well, I'm having a book launch on the 16th of June, and I'm hoping to go from there. I'm hoping the word will spread. I'm hoping that my book will influence people's thinking, and maybe they'll have to rethink how they think about the church. And it is only through my book that I have come to understand that the church needs to change.
You know, Patricia, I think you're very brave and courageous for taking the stance.
I think I am too.
Yeah, it's so cool. And it's been an awesome journey bringing your book to life, and I've loved going through the mentoring with you. That's been great fun. If anybody wants to get a copy of Eve's Odyssey, that is Patricia's website behind us. There's a web address on the screen. It's also available at the In-House bookstore and of course on Amazon. Good luck, Patricia. Thanks for coming in and seeing me.
Oh, thanks, Ocean. Thanks for all your help.
You're welcome.
And encouragement.
You're welcome.
Okay.
See you guys again soon.